All right. The important question here is 100 dudes versus a gorilla. Who wins?
Give me the gorilla.
Is this a social media question from today?
Gorilla in 4.
I missed it.
No, I mean 100 dudes versus a gorilla. I'm taking the gorilla all day long.
Oh, 100%.
He would throw the humans with his hands.
Yeah, it'd be like the movies where they just sling one human against all the other humans and kill all the other ones. Like,
is it one human at a time?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, are we just bull rushing this guy?
Because 100 men definitely are beating one gorilla if it's everyone at once.
What is up, basketball fans, and welcome back to Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast, where today we're not going to talk about 100 guys versus gorillas, but we did mention that on the top of the show. We couldn't help it. It was all over social media today. I couldn't help it. I had to ask the boys. I had to. But today, we're going to talk about all the series that have been happening, all the controversial no calls or calls that have happened. A buzzer beater has happened, and we have a couple series that are pretty much over. One is officially over. One is going to be over pretty soon. So today's Zero Gravity is jam-packed full of NBA playoff basketball. Today's episode is brought to you by J-Bar M. J-Bar M Barbecue is just a couple blocks away from Toyota Center in Houston. Best barbecue in town, easiest drinks to get. Free parking over at J-Bar M. We had a blast the other night during Game 3 of Rockets Warriors at J-Bar M Barbecue. We'll do it again very, very soon. Shout out to Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang over here and Zang responsibly. And shout out to Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. Go check them out today if you're in the Houston area. I'm your host, Stone Strankman, joined always, not always, but most of the time. The three-man weave is back on Sunday. Josh Garcia, Sheldon Nord. How are we doing, boys?
Yay. I'm so glad I get to see your faces, and I really think it's gorilla in 4. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're sweeping the series.
Yeah, not even close. It's 40-point blowouts every night.
It's brutal. It's a decimation of
the human spear method, though. We got something going there with the human spear method.
If that's allowed, I don't think weapons are allowed. That's the issue.
Listen, I'm just saying, if you can't use one of your brethren as a weapon, then the gorilla can't use a person as a weapon.
Fair enough.
Man don't fight fair.
Who's stopping the gorilla once this fight starts? That's like, who's going to enforce the rules?
Whoever knows what to do with their fingers the most.
Joey Crawford.
Joey Crawford, that's right.
he's the ref.
Just doing the
Charles
Barkley retirement for it. Paid the big bucks. Going on PPV. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Well, boys, we got a lot to talk about. Rockets, they lose Game 3 against the Warriors, so I'll let y'all do the talking. Y'all are the Rockets fans in this group, so I want you to get things off your chests if you need to. I don't know why we're not using Amen Thompson on Steph Curry the entire time, but could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not a coach.
He has not been great this series. Sheldon, do you have any numbers for me today?
I don't have any numbers, but I've watched every game, and Amen has been bad. Just like pretty much outright bad. Definitely on the offensive end. Defensively, he's still like is kind of solid, but he hasn't been like a difference maker, I think. Not in the way that we expect him to, but pretty much everyone played bad in Game 3, except for Jabari, I think. He's pretty much the only one. And he's been pretty consistent the whole series. So props to him for
X Factor.
Staying ready.
People forget.
See, I don't know if he's the X Factor because he's playing great and we're losing. But so
that's right.
That's the thing.
This is true.
Yeah, I think I have like war flashbacks every time Steph shoots a 3, no matter what distance it's from. It just is what it is. But he's not even why they lost Game 3. He's not why they lost Game 1. He went crazy in Game 3, and they still only scored 104 points, which is like not nothing in the playoffs. Yeah. But it's not that great. Yeah, the Rockets' offense has been horrible, and part of it is Steve Kerr's defensive game plan. After Jalen dropped 38 in Game 2, the Rockets tried to get him going, and he was finding his teammates, doing that whole thing. And then for the entirety of the game, Kerr face guarded him and then trapped on just about every single screen. So Game 1, they were doing too much ISO with Jalen. Wasn't working. He's not really a good ISO player right now. Then they did just pick and roll the entire time in Game 2, and he was incredible. And then this time they just shut down the pick and roll every single time by trapping with Draymond, putting him on the roll man, stuff like that, and forcing the ball out of Jalen's hands, which means our souls were in the hands of Fredward Van Vliet. And I thought we were going to have a magnet ball game for a second there.
It was close. It was real close.
It was the perfect encapsulation of what it's like to root for a Fred VanVleet team.
Yeah. What was your comparison that you mentioned before we started recording here?
Hopefully our Apollo family are out there listening. And you'll understand since this is a baseball reference, but I feel really strongly that Fred is the Martin Maldonado under the Dusty Baker regime of this Houston Rockets team, where it's like no matter how bad he plays, he's gonna catch the next day.
And you don't really have another option is the whole thing there.
Aaron Holiday ain't doing it. He's not playing 30+ minutes a game. No.
But like he usually plays good against the Warriors and he can actually shoot. Yep. So like maybe he should
give him 20. Give him 20 next
most of the time. Holiday's a pretty good shooter.
Yeah, I've liked him.
Fred's thing for me though is like it's his decisions. It's the decisions that he makes. It's not even really the quality of player that he is. Because if he's just the same guy and just being deferential like as much as possible, shooting off ball, then it doesn't matter as much if he shoots back because he's still pretty active on defense. He's a solid guy to put on Curry every now and then, stuff like that. But there were a lot of times where when Jalen was being face guarded and when he was trying to get the ball on the inbound to take it up the court, they would just immediately pass it to whoever was open, and then they would just look him off and never get the ball to him. And it's like, believe what you want to about Jalen Green. He is the most dynamic perimeter player on the Rockets. And so it's like, no matter what, they have to get him going. And
like he has the most raw potential out of anybody on this team, I feel like.
As far as being a scorer goes.
Obviously, I was going to say offensively, right?
Yeah, I mean Şengün, but in a different way. Like you need perimeter creation.
Guard-wise, sure.
And then Şengün was terrible too. Like he was just missing bunnies.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but basically the Warriors just had a great defensive game plan and Ime played right into it. They played right into it. And so some guys really need to show up, but they're 22 and 23. So they'll learn. First road playoff game, and it was in San Francisco. That's easy. That's no slouch. That stadium pops every bucket. So it is what it is. But
luckily, it's not Oracle anymore. It's been a real problem if it's still Oracle.
Oh, that was scary hours every time we went to Oracle.
Yeah. The series it's weird. It's a weird series for y'all.
It's going 7. It has to go 7.
Yeah, the Warriors only have the option to play small ball. Obviously, you had no Jimmy Butler in game 3, and you were like, okay, we got a really good shot here. And then Warriors kind of played out of their minds, and the Rockets just didn't play very well. My favorite part of the game was the no call on Steph Curry, where he shot that 3 from the point, and Dylan Brooks just ran right into him. And I thought it was a foul, but they just called no foul, and I thought that was good. That was fun.
Hey, things happen, right?
That's what I've been missing from the NBA playoffs is games that are like 100 to 105 or 93 to 94 like we got today, and everything's physical and they're letting things go, because playoff hockey is my favorite version of playoffs in any sport just because it's more physical. They let things go all the time and it's harder to score. And that's kind of what we saw in the early, I guess the 2000s and early 2010s is NBA playoff basketball was tight most games, and there was very rarely 100-point games from both teams. And now we're getting that more often this playoff series. So in all the playoff series, I've been pleasantly surprised with round 1. I thought it was going to be a little bit let down, but we've had a lot of really good series so far, regardless of what I know the Knicks Pistons series is 3-1, but all 3 games have been incredible.
Yeah.
It should be 2-2. People forget.
Should be. Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Knicks Pistons today. Knicks win 94-93. They've had 3 nail biters in a row for the most part. I know game 1 they were down 10+, and then they had that 20-0 run. I think it was 20-0 on that run, and they ended up winning that game pretty handily at the end. But with 8 minutes left, it was still very entertaining and very close. And then the Knicks had that comeback. But yeah, Knicks Pistons. Tim Hardaway Jr. gets fouled by Josh Hart. They do not call the foul on a 3. He has an opportunity to go to the line for 3 free throws and potentially give the Pistons a lead. He's a pretty good free throw shooter too, so I would assume that he's at least making 2 of those. And they didn't get that call. They immediately, within the hour of the game ending, NBA put out a press release basically from the referee saying they missed that call and that he should have been at the line. And that doesn't happen in the playoffs. That does not happen in the playoffs. That's how bad of a no call was. And Pistons fans have to be sick. I know this team is very young and it's your first time in the playoffs and you've had a lot of success this year, but once you get in the playoffs, all of that kind of goes out the window. You're like, we should just win this series. We should just go win. And then when it gets ripped away from you like that, from something that's not in your control, it's tough. It's real tough for Pistons fans out there. So we feel for you.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you guys, if you're a Pistons fan, do you want the league to do that? Like, do you want them to come out and say that it was wrong, or would you rather it just be like, I'm just
I'd
going to
rather
get
them
mad on Twitter?
acknowledge it, I guess. It's
Yeah,
like,
them
we fucked
acknowledging it
that.
would be better for sure.
And then you
Yeah.
can be more mad about it after the fact. It's like, yeah, we should have 3 free throws, sure, but yeah, I think that might be better than them just saying, yeah, no, that was a good call, or just not saying anything at all. Like, because that's just saying either they got it wrong or they got it right, but you don't get an answer. I guess in the regular season, it's so dumb too when they protest games like 3 days after the fact. I know the Rockets did it last year. I think the Mavs did it last year. It's like it just sucks all the way around. It would suck regardless of what the NBA did.
Yep.
Yeah, there are times whenever, like, I like the last 2-minute report for the regular season, and
they started doing away with that this year, right? They stopped releasing it, I think, is what it was.
Maybe they don't
their own
release it.
database, but we wouldn't see it.
But you can find it pretty, like, every Rockets press person usually, anytime there's a questionable call, they're usually checking it and
just leaking it
posting
straight
it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, generally I like it because it makes me feel validated. Like, okay, yeah, that call is what I thought it was.
Right.
But then also there are times whenever they just double down and I'm like, okay, well, I know they're wrong. So it's like, I don't know what good it's actually doing.
It's not.
But hopefully
it's a perfect lose-lose situation.
Yeah, I guess the hope is that it presents some sort of accountability since there's basically none for referees. Because it's like now Pistons fans know that the leagues and the officiating union or whatever it's called, that they agree that it should have been a call, but they still are down 3-1.
Yeah, and I wonder if that is taken into account into like round 2, round 3 in the finals. Like, does that ref that should have made that call, whoever the closest ref is, whoever's supposed to be in that area looking for either foul calls or if his foot's on the line or if his foot's out of bounds, like, is it on that guy? And is that guy just done for the rest of the playoffs? Like, is he just in this series and that's it? And then we call it a day and he's out for round 2, round 3, round 4. Like, I don't know if that's the accountability that they have because the NHL does that. I think the NBA has done that in the past where you've had some really bad calls or bad no calls and that referee just doesn't get to referee in the next series, in the next round. Wonder if that's going to be the case. But
yeah, it's too bad because it takes away from a series that's been super fun.
Yeah. And I know I was messing around in the group chat today. It's Tim Hardaway Jr., so I wish him nothing but the worst. But
poor guy.
Should have been a call.
He put up so many shots for you.
So many shots.
Way too many
Far
shots.
too many shots. This is
Desmond Bain.
He's a rocket killer, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that was always a good time. He had 40
dude.
against the Pistons in the 23-24 season. In like January, Luka was out. Him and Kyrie went off for 40-41. I think he had 41 points in a game against the Pistons and basically won it, hit the big threes at the end. It was crazy. Yeah, so good memories from THJ, but a lot of bad memories. So, yeah.
Yeah, they don't make them like that no more. Shout out Dennis Schroeder, too, for just having complete impact minutes and impact points. And I don't know if Karl Anthony Towns was on crack or what was going on at that Little Caesars Arena, but that baseline mid-ranger he took over the basket, the ball going over the basket, that was one of the
Dang, that's so good.
I saw it today.
Damn it, this is what we do it for, boys.
Isaiah Stewart in street clothes wanting to get in the fight in game 2.
Still getting panned too on the camera.
That was it was it's the Green Goblin mask just staring at him. He's not in uniform. He's like, damn, I should have just been in warm-ups. I could have went out there and just got suspended instead. Yeah. So fun series, even though it's 3-1. Should be 2-2 or potentially 2-2. Like, we had that chance, but it could still go 6 or 7. The Pistons have been in pretty much every game this series, so they've got a shot. Clippers Nuggets, another one that's just been incredible
on drugs. Yeah,
incredible. I know me and Josh talked about it last episode. It was like, if we're getting this version of Kawhi, like, good luck to everyone else. And then
dangerous,
buddy.
Jokic and Jamal Murray, I don't think they combined for like a crazy amount of points, but then Jokic gets the ball. And it's the same thing that happened in the previous game. It's like Jokic just figure it out, like try to shoot a 3 and win the game for us or tie it or whatever it is.
But don't take an air ball double team.
And he took a double teamed air ball 3-pointer, and Aaron Gordon just from the heavens just suspended,
saves the day,
and dunked it as the buzzer went off. Like it was the closest buzzer beater that's probably ever happened in the history of buzzer beaters, like in instant replay era.
It's 1/1000th of a millisecond, I think.
It was first Michael Phelps in the 2008 Olympics in the 100 fly. Like this, the closest thing that's ever happened.
Dude. Good pull.
Yeah.
First ever dunk buzzer beater.
Crazy.
Nope. Valley-oop. DeAndre Ayton.
First ever playoff buzzer. I definitely got
ever
this
real one that mattered.
Playoff dunk buzzer beater. No, DeAndre Ayton did that. Yeah, this is true. There you go. Yeah, not a number one pick.
Sure.
We'll give it to you, Sheldon.
That series is now.
I didn't make it up. I saw someone else say that. So
okay. Don't believe everything you read off the internet. GPT.
That's what my ChatGPT. We're killing the Amazon with every tweet that we read.
Yeah. The Clippers Nuggets has been everything that we could have asked for in a playoff series to start off this playoffs. I know we were begging for something to go 7. We were begging for something to be close the entire time. We thought Knicks Pistons was going to be a lot of fun. We thought this series was going to be a lot of fun. Thought some other series might be a lot of fun, but it's getting a little worse on the other side of LA. But Clippers Nuggets has been everything. It's just
and more
incredible. They're scoring the most points out of anyone in the playoffs right now, like combined teams wise, I guess. Like they're in the 110, 115 range most games, and it's just been a blast. I mean, you're getting to the best players that we've seen in the last decade or so. Like Kawhi Leonard, when he's at his form, is one of the best players we've seen over the last decade. And then Jokic obviously has been the best player in the world for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years now at this point. So just I love this series. I want 20 games of this. Can we just do this every round? Like these two teams just advance to round 2 and we just do it all over again?
No.
Well, I need 21 games so we can go to a game 21. But damn it, this is dude. Nikola Zubats, the Jokic shopper. I mean, some are saying no.
Bill Simmons MVP. Some people are saying.
That's right. Bill Simmons' favorite player.
Turns out.
Yeah. No, he's been having a fun little series over there, and obviously he's not flashy. He doesn't do anything. He plays the game the right way. He doesn't.
He gives up 36 points.
Doesn't do too much out there. Hey. Things happen. But I love watching that guy play, and I think Jokic only scoring like I think 25 or under, like 2 out of the 4 games.
26 in game 3. I don't know what he had yesterday.
36 yesterday.
But anyway,
that's a problem.
Point still stands. Jokic is not fully himself, it feels like, and obviously him taking those shots and him being the main guy in those moments. I don't know if he's used to like doing that kind of stuff. Obviously, throughout the whole game, he is the main guy, but like usually that's a Jamal Murray thing, Michael Porter Jr. when healthy. Like, oh, this guy needs the last shot. But because this team has been so decimated, and you got Christian Brown. What was that? They gave him a white nickname that was really funny today. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? They tweeted it.
Couldn't tell you.
It was like Christian Y.I.O.T.A. Braun or something like that. It was really funny.
It's pretty good.
But man, this Nuggets team is just decimated, and KCP collecting his check.
Yeah,
it's a sad
Christian
sad
newsflash, buddy Brown.
There it is.
I don't know if that's it, but
that one's good too.
No, that's literally it. That's literally it.
I
damn it.
I got that from an old tweet that was like, "What's the white version of you got me effed up?" And someone said, "Newsflash, buddy."
Newsflash, buddy. Yeah, that literally is the tweet verbatim.
There it is. Yeah, you haven't had a stellar James Harden game since really game 1 or 2. I can't remember which one it was where he was really good. Kawhi was not as good in game 4. 24 points on 22 shots after following up a 39-point performance on 90% true shooting. So it takes a lot to beat the Nuggets because they have the best player in the series. But if Kawhi is going to be really, really, really good and almost peak Kawhi for the most part, like it's still going to be hard for the Nuggets. So give me 5 more games or 3 more games of this. I would take 5, but we can only get 3 more. So
best of 9.
Best of 9. Call it a day.
It is pretty crazy that this series is like a Russell Westbrook clutch 3-pointer and a Nikola Jokic air ball turned into buzzer beater away from being like potentially a 3-1 4-0 situation.
Yeah,
it's tough.
It's crazy.
Tough.
That's how the playoffs are, man. Every little thing matters. That's why this is what we do it for.
I'm still picking the Clippers for that reason, but
They just have a deeper team. Like the Nuggets are playing like 6 dudes.
Yeah,
that's all they have to offer. And the Nuggets are like, we can roll out 8, 9 deep. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Even Strother, you're getting all those minutes. You're like, this has got to stop. I've been picking on them this season, that little bench unit that they have, Pickett, Watson, and Strother, but those guys have no reason to be on an NBA field or NBA court.
Playoff riser, Derek Jones Jr., X Factor for the Clippers.
That's right. That's right.
Playoff riser.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Shocker.
Yeah. Alperen Sengun, playoff riser.
3 games. So we'll give it some time. Lakers T-Wolves on the other side of LA. Anthony Edwards. We had conversations, me and Josh did at the beginning of last season. Is Anthony Edwards going to be the face of the NBA? And then a lot of things happened since then.
A lot of kids happened.
Yeah, a lot of kids. A lot of text messages were leaked. A lot of child support rumors now. And
a lot of videos were created.
We can't stop that from happening. But damn it.
Nope.
The Lakers can't stop him from scoring.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, last year, going up against KD, who's his NBA superhero, like that's his guy. He grew up watching KD, big KD guy. Just yelling at him in that series sweep of them last year in round 1 was just diabolical for so many reasons. It's like that's his hero, and he's just barking at him. Loved that to the high heavens. And then today, we got him barking at LeBron James. It's like he doesn't care who you are. He knows who the best player on the court is, and it's no one on the Lakers. It's been Anthony Edwards this series by a very large margin. He's been incredible, and him barking at LeBron today was just absolutely hilarious. That game was very tight. It was a 1-point game with just seconds left. The Wolves ended up winning by 3, I think 116-113, and they're up 3-1 against the Lakers, and the Lakers just don't have anything other than Luka and LeBron right now. And Austin Reeves has been fine. He's not been like out of this world. He's shooting decent percentages, but only getting like 15 to 17 points. You need a little bit more if you're not going to get anything out of your bench or the rest of your starters. And the other thing, Sheldon pointed it out before we started, that LeBron and Luka were the only 2 Lakers to shoot free throws today. Not good. Not good if you're a Lakers fan.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're probably the only ones driving, really, right? Like,
yeah, I mean,
really, probably
other than Austin Reeves, maybe, but like,
yeah,
there's not a lot of space.
It ain't Christian Coloco, I'll tell you that. Sorry,
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Sorry,
you're naming people that aren't even on the. They're not even on the ESPN depth chart. Whenever you pull it out,
yeah, you got Jared Vanderbilt getting clutch time playoff minutes there. What are we talking?
I thought that was a great trade a couple years ago.
Yep. Hey, Houston legend, Victory Prep high school legend. I saw him drop 50 in high school. He was mini Zion.
I was a big fan of him on my fantasy team when he played for the Timberwolves.
That's cool.
Yeah, just lots of steals and blocks. Yeah, some are calling him the stalker. I'm joking.
Yeah. Speaking of stalker,
you didn't hear my Dyson Daniels one we did a couple weeks ago?
No, I didn't.
Dyson Daniels, the stalker. We'll get that going.
Ant had 43, 9, and 6.
Good.
Yeah. On 12 of 23, 5 of 10 from 3. He shot 17 free throws. So that's crazy.
Hey, somebody's got to do it,
right? 4 offensive rebounds.
He's working.
That's kind of fun. Yeah. 70% true shooting. That's just like an insane playoff performance to put a team down 3-1.
Stupid. It's impressive. I saw a Mavs fan today tweet that Luka's fat ass can't do anything without Kyrie, and I was like, all right, guys, let's just calm down.
So intense. Everyone is so intense.
Guys, let's calm down. Luka had a good game today. He had a good game 3, and it's just not enough when you don't have a viable center to go against giant people on the Timberwolves. Like, you don't have
Jackson Hayes.
You have no one.
If that Mavs fan is listening, if they're not stoned, I need you to go tweet at them and
they're
tell them.
Listen to us.
Well,
I'm a reasonable Mavs fan. They're not going to listen to me.
Say something crazy and then comment on their post.
And then
LeBron James is better than Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
So
objectively, yes.
Yeah,
that is the correct.
That's
answer.
not a take. That's not a take. Like,
yeah. No, it was. Crazy. I saw that and I just laughed. I was like, "This guy's an idiot." Because Luka played really well. LeBron didn't have his best game because he didn't shoot the ball really at all, and the rest of the Lakers roster is just not constructed in a way for this team to succeed. I thought they were going to have a really good shot in this series just because they have 2 of the best players in the series, but they haven't been the best players in the series. Anthony Edwards has, so it's been the difference maker.
We'll see.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
LeBron's done this before.
Yeah.
Nas Reed, I love you.
Okay.
Keep going. Never stop, Nas Reed.
All
It's
right.
pretty fun.
Well,
great game today.
Sure. Boston, Orlando. Boston just won. We're recording this April 27th at 9:07 p.m. So we're not watching this last game. Bucks, Pacers. Don't care. Won't watch it.
What?
This series.
Dude, that series has been fun. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm not watching that.
Dude, all right.
Why does it start at 9
Yeah,
p.m.?
that's a diabolical time for an East Coast team.
9 p.m. for East Coast to for those two teams is crazy. But watching the Bucks just have like no answer for this like cocaine run Pacers team.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle offense.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Benedict Mathurin being a good player.
Yeah,
who would have thought?
Helps.
Yep.
It's pretty fun. I mean, there's like a lot of jawing back and forth. Tyrese Halliburton, as corny as it is, also not afraid of anybody. Like he will jaw at anybody.
Cute dog.
So,
he's got a cute dog.
Cute dog.
He does. He has a cute dog.
Caitlin Clark went to go watch him. I mean, come on.
Oh, I'm jealous. God, I wish you would do that for my. I bring your Caitlin Clark to work day.
I'm switching allegiances from Caitlin Clark to Paige Beckers.
Yes.
Solidarity.
Congratulations, Paige. It'll be a denim dynamite.
Best Dallas
every
basketball
day
player we have
Dallas,
now.
Not yet,
kind of,
yep.
but not yet.
No
but yeah,
second.
Boston Orlando was fun for a couple of games, kind of, and then today it was kind of fun, I guess, till the end. Boston wins. Jason Tatum had a great game, came back from wrist injury, and Jaylen Brown ended up playing, even though he was questionable heading into the day. But there's just so much. I mean, we saw it last year with Boston. They've got 10 dudes they can run out on the court and win you a basketball game. And Orlando's just like, I don't know what to do with my hands half the time, or I'm going to be the clumsy toddler that you trip over all the time. And that's why people are getting injured for Boston. KP died on the court. We saw that, talked about that already. But yeah, Boston's up 3-1. I don't think it's going to last much longer.
Paolo's played his ass off.
He's been really good.
These games. And it's, bad hand been dealt. No Jalen Suggs, no Mo Wagner. Obviously, they've been dealing with so many injuries this season. I think Paolo was out for 36 games this season, and Mo Wagner was out for like
Franz
50,
probably missed
something like that.
30 or so.
Or excuse me, Franz Wagner.
Mo's out now, and then you lost Jalen Suggs for the last 20 games of the season and into the playoffs. So it's not ideal.
Hate to see it. Hate to see other players get hurt.
Yeah. He
oh damn it! I hate it. Oh,
shit. the Drake during KD's Achilles injury. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
I just try not to bring up Drake.
I know you do it every episode, and I do that every episode, so it happens.
No Drake talk.
We already talked about Drake at the top of the show for the Houston Rockets.
Yeah. Chris Haynes, breaking news. Milwaukee Bucks star Damian Lillard will not return tonight against the Indiana Pacers. League sources tell me injury potentially severe.
Oh,
so we don't know what's going on. So this is live reporting as we're not watching the game because we're recording this podcast. But not good.
Was that
the Bucks? See, I told you, Sheldon, I'm not watching any of this.
Oh, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch it more now. I'm gonna watch it harder. So hard.
Even worse. I'm gonna do worse things. Well, shout out to the Haynes brief.
He just texted Dame, was like, yeah, dude, it's not good.
Yeah, Dame texted him immediately.
God.
He just texted him, all lowercase, send help.
Yeah.
Send help.
It's gone.
It's over. My way.
Do you think?
Yep.
Do you wish that Chris Haynes would tweet the stuff that Dame texts him the same way Shannon Sharp tweeted what his lawyer sent him to post?
Yes.
Oh, the PR.
I wish he would just do
I love that Shannon Sharp is taking a leave of absence from ESPN, but is continuing on with his podcast with Chad Ochocinco.
Oh,
love that.
I did not realize
they filmed the other day, Friday night or Saturday night. I can't remember, but they were talking about all the NBA playoffs going on.
You know what that means, though? That means he did not make the decision to.
Yeah, ESPN was like, hey, buddy, let's calm down.
Yeah.
I don't think he will. Well, I don't think he will calm down.
Hey, but you know what?
100 Shannon Sharps versus a gorilla.
That means
we're talking.
That dude is yoked.
He's a big boy.
It might only take 30.
This means I don't have to hear Lakers in 5 all the time.
Yeah, well,
this is true.
He might be right about 5.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp.
Lakers, Bakers, Makers.
Allegations, Lakers
Wolves at 5.
Nation. I couldn't think of a third one.
All right, Cavs Heat is pretty much over. There's like three games, and it's not been really competitive in any way, shape, or form. Heat culture might be dead.
Might be.
It's probably been dead after the 22 season, 22, 23, or whatever that year.
Khalil Ware, hoop mixtape legend.
He looks like Wemby so much on the court every time he does something good. I'm like, damn, he's so big, he's so long, and it doesn't matter. Cavs in 4. Thunder Grizzlies. That series is over. 4 games. We did not talk about this. Let us talk about Lou Dort. Let us do it.
Okay.
I think you need to get it off your chest. Actually, can I say something? No,
yeah,
actually,
please.
You go first.
No, okay, all right. Yeah, I'm tired of Lou Dort. I've been tired of Lou Dort. I understand that he slipped a little bit in that play against John Morant, but like, you can't. It's the same thing in hockey. It's the same thing in basketball. Like Draymond, gets away with a lot of things, but also gets called for a lot of things because of who he is. Lou Dort needs to start getting called like that, and he just isn't, and he hasn't for the last 2-3 years. It's diabolical, and then he does that. No flagrant, no nothing. I get it's incidental, but they call incidental flagrants all the time. They didn't give him anything. Yeah. And then John Morant's he was done for the series. Obviously, it's a hip contusion. He left on crutches. He shot his free throws, came back in on crutches and street clothes. And that series had a chance to just not be a sweep. And now it's a sweep and it doesn't matter anymore. But the Grizzlies were done before that series even started. Not worth mentioning. But Lou Dort, I'm over it. I don't believe he is a basketball player. I believe he is a linebacker, and I think he needs to switch sports.
Yeah,
he is. Baby Dre, some are calling.
I think
Canadian Dre.
That's right.
It had to happen the day after a man trips over Draymond's feet and falls into Jimmy's legs and injures him. That to me is like a hustle play gone wrong. Lou Dort's thing was reckless, and I think that's the big,
there's a big difference between all those.
Someone tripping, it just happens, and that's how every actual analyst has talked about the Amen thing. The Lou Dort thing is as soon as he turned his back, he should have just kept going.
Or duck?
Yeah, he's trying to stop himself. That's why he slipped. He was trying to stop himself and make a play. You just got to know, you're not going to be able to do that. I agree with you. I think he needs to start, he should have a reputation for someone who pushes the boundary very, very far. And it's okay, fine. I get it. Every team wants a guy like that. But sure. officiate him that way.
My problem is that he plays that way. He plays recklessly without any concern. And that is one thing. But for you to be dirty and be reckless at the same time, because the amount of times that he's thrown elbows and fists at people's junk is countless now over the last 2 seasons. Every time there's a screen, he's throwing a punch at a dick. Every time.
Well, that's a normal basketball move.
Correct. But he's the only one that's landing them and with full closed fists or grabbing full on dick. It's over. You can't do that and be reckless at the same time. Pick a line.
That ain't basketball.
Be either reckless or dirty, but you can't be both.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You can be the spark plug. You can do whatever you got to do, but don't hurt. Don't kill other people or attempt to kill other people.
I agree. Don't hurt or kill people.
This ain't basketball, baby. I don't like it.
It's tough. But yeah, the series is over, so whatever.
Now they're, maybe going to have to play against Kawhi. So what are they going to ask him to do to him?
Great question.
I better be wearing some ankle braces.
Man with glass bones
and a cup.
Man with glass bones versus NFL linebacker. Who wins?
Versus UFC fighter.
My leg.
My leg. I was born with glass bones and paper skin.
Yeah.
That's right. What a weekend, boys. This is real ball, real hoop.
Pleasantly surprised.
I'm all day. I've been getting feelings of this is what basketball felt like when I was a kid. Obviously, it's different people, but this is. Pendulum's starting to swing.
Are we
back?
Like it. Are the ratings back? Are we back?
The ratings are up.
I know because of the Luka trade.
What? Oh, you think? Yep. I guess that
they immediately started skyrocketing after Luka got traded.
It's
not a coincidence.
This is the highest, the most viewed first round in a long time. But yeah, the Luka angle, I guess, makes sense. Whatever.
It's
good. I was more optimistic, I guess. That's my bad.
Yeah. No, I thought this year has been one of the better years that we've had in the NBA. It's like you had a bunch of really good teams and not just like one or two. And then the West was just like cannibalism. Everyone was eating each other. Like it was terrible the whole time as a Western Conference fans for us. Like every game was a sweat. And that's what I've missed. Like, cause that's what it felt like late 2000s, early 2010s is like everything felt really good. Just watching basketball. It's like anyone can win at any moment in time. And I know the Eastern Conference kind of sucked a little bit there at the bottom half, but the Western Conference had, I don't know, 8 very viable teams. Maybe
in
9.
In 2008?
No, I was talking about this year.
Okay.
Yes. This year we've had a really I thought last year the Western Conference was pretty deep, but I thought it's much better this year. Obviously, there's less wins throughout the 2 through 10 teams this year, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And then obviously you get the Pistons, the feel-good story, but they're also a scrappy, fun team to watch. They're kind of gross basketball, but if you like basketball, it's fun. It's good stuff. I'm enjoying the first round of the NBA playoffs, and I didn't think I was going to enjoy it this much. I thought it was going to start round 2 where I was like, yeah, now we're cooking. But we're already cooking. Stove's been on.
Yep. Pistons Rockets 2028 NBA Finals. Book it. I'm so serious, dude. I'm not even. You don't see a smile on my face.
No, I don't doubt it. I can't say anything about the Mavericks anymore, so I don't have any rebuttals.
It's all right. Tim Hardaway Jr. will be the rebuild ship captain once Kyrie leaves.
Don't bring him back, please, God. I won't watch anymore.
He's gonna get that 1-day contract to retire. I
don't think he will. I think he hates Nico.
I mean,
before
does that mean
happened.
Oh, I was gonna say. So does that mean no one's coming back?
No, I don't think anyone's coming. I don't think anyone's coming to the Mavericks anytime soon until Nico's gone, and it's gonna be a whole thing. We'll talk about that in the offseason.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to come.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. Playoffs have been a blast. We've already got one series done. One series about to be done, and we got a lot of really good series in here. So round 1's been a blast. Round 2's coming up pretty soon. Let's stay tuned into Apollo HOU on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you check out J Bar M Barbecue because J Bar M Barbecue is just a couple blocks away from Toyota Center. We love J Bar M. We're going to be back there hopefully for round 2. Let's pray that we get to come back for round 2. We love J Bar M Barbecue.
Manifest it.
Yep, we'll be there very, very soon. Shout out to Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang over here. They got ready to drink cans of the Bloody Mary mix, margaritas, Michelades. You got all the things with Zing Zang. Zang responsibly with your friends. And then Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint. We always love Big City. We'll be back there very, very soon as well. Boys, it's been a blast. 100 men versus 1 gorilla was just an incredible topic to start this podcast off with. Had a blast with that. Had a blast with all these games, but we'll be back very, very soon with another episode of Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast.